Welcome to another episode of Save My Assets, plus our contest, No Strings Attached.
Is where Grant and I are going to save you money and keep your furniture out of the landfill for as long as it can.
Right, and we do this while we warn you guys for doing just that.
Hey, thanks for joining us in this episode.
Yeah.
We got a new project that the client absolutely loved. We also have a winner from last week, which I'm sure they're going to appreciate receiving what we're going to give them.
Yeah, hopefully they do. But it's a great prize, and they really did deserve it for checking out our contest, which we're having another one at the end of this video. So go ahead and check that out, as well as we're answering 2 questions from viewers just like yourself. So if you have any questions, don't forget to put them in the comment section below, or we'll go ahead and answer them here.
Yep, so participate in this contest, and let's get this show going.
Before we get to the rest of the video,
the truth is we can't do this without you or this.
So keep on watching. If you would like to help our channel, sign up for the free browser extension, Honey. Honey is an awesome browser extension that saves you time and money by automatically searching for coupons on things that you buy every day. It works with every major browser and is easy to set up. Just sign in with your Google or Facebook account and that's it. To help our channel, use the link at the bottom of our description. Again, the link is at the bottom of our description. And thanks.
Okay, so now we're on to the contest.
That's right.
So Grant and I came up with this idea.
We have all our contest winners because some people didn't unfortunately get the answer right, but all those who did are on the table right here.
We got 6 of them.
6 of them. How are you going to decide who wins?
Well, we're going to do like a boring draw of the hat type of thing, and one, I don't have a hat available right
And only
now.
rabbits come out of a hat, so, you know.
So we came with this idea. They're all written down right here. We have an air gun, which we blow off the table quite a bit for all the feathers and dirt and dust that we get on our table.
Yeah.
So we're going to shoot the Post-its.
Right.
And whoever falls over the other end of the table first is the winner.
We're going to blow on these things indiscriminately.
Right, but if 2 blow over, whoever Grant picks up first
wins.
Is the winner, okay? 1, 2, 3. 2 went over.
Let's see. And we got Celeste.
What? Celeste. Looks like we blew you away.
Congratulations to Celeste.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Good job.
So she's going to be winning the slipcover.
The slipcover Parsons chair.
Exactly.
Pages, man.
It is. It's hard to say.
Never been seen before.
Never been seen before. So you're going to really enjoy that. Also, for those who want to see it later on, it's going to be on our ucprivatecourses.com video, or website that is. But it's going to come out later in November.
Right, so look for that.
She's very fortunate. She gets to see it first.
Yeah, we're glad you participated. Everyone who did, thank you very much.
Definitely, definitely.
So now we're going to move on to the questions.
Right, let's get started with that. All right, so now we're going to answer our first question from Jill Dillon. Her question is, can you please do a video on how to keep sofa cushions from slipping out? I bought a brand new sofa and I absolutely love it, but I have noticed that the cushions want to slip forward very easily. The sofa is made out of a microfiber type material that looks like suede, but it's easy to clean and looks really nice, soft, and cozy. Also, can you recommend any type of product to put on the cushions to protect it from spills, such that won't hurt the fabric?
Jill,
great question. Yes. So we don't have an answer. No.
That's fine. One thing you can do to keep these cushions from sliding. It sounds like you needed D-clips. Yeah. Okay, which I actually wanted to have them here to show her.
Right. Basically, I'm going to put a little clip.
You know what? I don't have it because the bag's gone.
That's true.
You don't have to put a clip up. It's too much work.
Yeah, that's right. So basically what it is a little D that goes on your cushions, right? And there's a clip that is on the actual sofa.
D-clip.
Right, with the elastic. So imagine here's the sofa arm. There's a little clip with elastic that goes over to the cushion that has a D-clip. Hence, like you said.
And it's pretty tight too. So there's a strap on side of the cushion there. You want to describe that?
Yeah. So there's a strap that has a D-clip on it.
Yep.
Long and short, it's just to keep. It's like a seat belt for your cushions. It keeps them inside the sofa.
I thought about that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Think of something every day.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
So you don't have that.
Right.
That's the problem. So what are you going to do? That's what you're asking us, right?
Well, one of the solutions is you could take a non-skid rug pad.
Yes. You find them underneath your rug, just rip it out and put it underneath your cushion, pretty much. Now, go buy new and put it underneath there.
Yeah. So that way it doesn't slip out. It's more of it's not a sticky material, but it's a,
it's like rubberized.
It's a rubberized material. That's a perfect way of explaining it.
I think it is.
It is.
Actually, yeah.
It's like a bunch of rubber bands underneath your seat cushion that it won't allow it to move.
You've seen it. I think also some shelving. You know, some people use it for shelving, you know, glasses and stuff like that. Yeah. So just
knock over stuff.
Cut that size out for your cushion, underneath your cushion, put that underneath there and see if it works for you. Honestly, that's about the only thing you can do under that circumstances right now. Right. Unless you want to go have D-clips installed. Post is pretty difficult.
It's pretty darn difficult.
I've done it. It can be done.
You can have like a long nose stapler that you have to push down inside between your inside arm and this is your seat platform, and you have a really small area. And you try to hit the actual elastic that you shoved in there before.
Which you won't.
It's a pain.
You hit your finger instead by accident.
That's right.
And then you got to open up your cushion and then put a little strip there and then a D-clip. Do the non-skid pad. All
right, so that's your answer question, but you also had another one in regards to the fabric protection.
Right. Now, we did a video years ago on actually foam protection, okay? And it works quite well. Scotchgard.
Yeah.
Fabric protection, foam protection. That's fine. Fabric protection.
Right.
And it works quite well.
It does.
Okay, so it's worth it. An ounce of prevention is much more than a pound of cure.
The main thing that I want you to take away from this, though,
foam protection,
is please double check with your manufacturer beforehand to see if it's pre-treated, because there is such a thing where you pre-treat a fabric before you put it on the actual furniture, and if that's the case, you could mess up that pre-treatment by spraying it with Scotchgard.
But how's she going to know?
How's she going to know? Again, ask the manufacturer in,
But you can also do this too. Ask your manufacturer, most likely they're going to say, huh?
Oh yeah, he does have
not know exactly what you're talking about. What we want you to do is take one of the cushions around the zipper band, just take a little bit of water, and then, like, here's a zipper band here, okay? Just pour a little bit of the water, don't let it tilt too much, and if it starts to bead and then start rolling off and does not sink in, trust me, Jill, if your fabric is not protected, it's going to sink in almost immediately.
It will.
If it is protected, then it's going to roll right on off. And then you know you're safe.
And the reason why we said to do it on the zipper band is because we don't want you to have a watermark if you do it on top of your seat cushion. So
don't hard water.
Yeah, just don't put it right onto your seat cushion. Take it out, do the zipper band, and do it over top of like a trash can or your sink so it doesn't get onto your floor. So,
so there you go, Jill. We hope that gave you a thrill. I had to do it. I'm sorry. It's just the way I am.
Sad puns. Okay, so now we're going to move on.
But I do have a bonus. Somebody asked real quick, who plays the piano? It's an older video, and the answer is Nick, the camera guy.
Yeah, he's actually really talented. So
yeah, he's very talented.
We've been bugging him to do videos on pianos, but
and he won't do it.
He won't do it.
He just films.
Maybe you guys can bug him for us.
Yeah. So Nick, the piano guy, he's the one that did the music for actually the stain protection or the fabric protection, stain protection. I think you say fabric protection.
Right.
So that's it right there.
All right, so as we mentioned before in the beginning of this video, we're going to go over the cool project that we did, in this case, a Parsons chair.
Yeah, they're so easy to do. You want to get into slipcovers? Start with Parsons chairs.
Yeah, definitely.
They're very easy.
They're one of the simplest slipcovers that you could do. And this one in particular, it was for a client of ours. It was actually for her daughter. She had a little desk in her room that they wanted a nice Parsons chair for.
It wasn't unique. It didn't have like a scroll in the back or a camel back, top, inside, back.
Right, it's very standard, and you can find them
finials sitting on top. Didn't have
right.
Stuff, right?
Yeah, gold finials,
Yeah, you know what I mean? Tassels.
It's like a little throne. No,
that's right. It was easy.
It was very simple. So again, if you want to do a slipcover, check these out. The usages for these, you can either have them for
office chairs, side chairs,
dining chairs.
Who would have thought?
I know, right?
Parsons
chairs.
Yeah. Also for like little kids' desk room chairs.
Exactly, because that's what we did them for. Now, some other uses that you might not be thinking of is the side chairs. As side chairs, they could be in the foyer, they can be in the living room, or they can be in like a mud room, especially since these things are so simple to slip cover. If you're not worried about these things getting dirty, then that'd be a perfect use for them.
You're good to go. You can pick them up inexpensively, cheap. There's so many of them out there. You're good to go. Definitely try this project.
Now, as design-wise, these did have stained legs, which gives you more options. So you can go ahead and decide whether you want a skirt or not. Other Parsons chairs, what do they have on their legs?
Sometimes they're like from the 60s, and well, not the 60s, like the 70s and the 80s.
Yeah.
They had fabric on the legs. So if that's the case, then you might need to, if you don't want a skirt on there and you don't want to even come close to seeing that fabric, because the problem is it go all the way down to the floor.
Right,
you know
exactly.
I mean? Usually you don't have your skirt unless that's the design you're going for. You want it flooding on the floor, puddling on the floor. then you're going to see that fabric underneath. So you're just going to have to carefully take a razor blade and cut that fabric off, strip it down. You're going to have a few staple holes in there. By little work, sanding work, you can get right past that and stain it to a color that you like.
Another great thing about it, too,
and you don't have to have a skirt.
Yeah, you don't have to have a skirt, but let's say you do want it to go close to the floor, but you don't like the kick pleat design of a skirt. So you're like, I really don't want to get into that. You could just drop the fabric all the way down to the floor and hem it up. So that's all you have to do.
That's true.
You know?
You don't need a kick pleat. You can even, like, if you like have bare legs and that you want to stain them, or you like it natural look, okay, whatever, then you can just drop it below the line of the upholstery and hem it up about maybe 2-3 inches below the line of the upholstery.
Right, so you still get to see your beautiful legs. So those are just a few options that you can.
Legs.
No, those gorgeous legs. You know what I'm talking about. Now, those are just a few options that you could do. Particularly in this one, if you're gonna get a Parsons chair, look out for these few things. This one wasn't the best quality, honestly.
No, it was not.
The structure was quite light, so the frame itself was quite light. And what do you think they did for the actual seat structure?
I think it was just webbing and a piece of foam sitting in there, which will not last. See, the problem with that kind of furniture is that you got to replace all that fabric, the upholstery part, to pull out that foam and put it back, and most client homeowners aren't going to do that.
Right. Now, the other options that you can have for the seat is either, like he said, the webbing in the foam, or you can have zigzag springs in foam. They're also called serpentine springs.
Right, which is fair.
Which is
quality,
okay.
fair.
Yeah.
It's good.
It's medium, right?
Better than just foam.
If you want high quality, you're going to be looking for hourglass springs.
Yep, exactly, which is very high end. So they're out there. They're built to last, and they will last. So, all right, very cool.
And just to reference this one more time, the difficulty, this is not difficult, people. So again, if you want to get your feet wet with slip covers, please do it. You find them on the street, it's so simple just to take them in and recover them.
Right, exactly. You may find them on a clearance at some inexpensive place, and you just want to be able to keep them from ending up in the dump, because that's probably where they're going to end up. So you just slip cover these and keep them going for a while.
All right, so now that we showed you guys that, hopefully we inspired you to take on a project. Now we're going to move on to our next question.
Okay, on to our next question. It's Pam, okay? This is what she wrote. I am making a banquette for my dining area. I am currently at the stage of covering the skeleton. She means like the frame, the body.
Yeah, she even admits she doesn't know, what word to use.
I definitely could use your expertise in selecting, buying foam for the seat and back cushions. So that's a good question. It's a problem for a lot of people.
Yeah.
She said she could send us a photo, but not necessary. She also told us it is a mid-century modern in style, and the cushions are not thick.
That's an important part right there, so keep that in mind.
Yeah. I am glad to hear your directions to make the cover first and then purchase the foam. And yes, that is our instructions. And it says here, because certainly I have no idea what I'm doing, ha ha, is what you said.
Right.
Okay, so Pam, what you need to do is first start with the height from the floor to the platform.
Right, and the floor to the platform, the average finished height, this would include your foam and your cushion cover.
Sit down, have a seat.
On top, you're done. So that's why we say finished. It's 18 to 21 inches from the floor. Okay, so that's your seat height, 18 to 21 inches from the floor, including your cushion.
Right, exactly. So we don't know what the height is, so we can't really instruct you or help you unless we had that measurement as far as your thickness, because we're dealing with aesthetics and comfort.
Right, and like we said, it's very important that she said mid-century modern, because those are usually very thin, like she said, not a thick cushion, thin cushions we're dealing with.
Right, so get yourself a tape measure and then hold it up against the front of the platform, because you want to make it look, thin and authentic to the period. 3 inches here, okay, or 4 inches here, or 2 inches there, okay? So let's just start with that. Let's just say, for example, let's say it's an 18 inches from the floor, okay, to the platform.
And this is without your cushion, right?
It's without a cushion, okay? If you want to go really thin, I would do a 2-inch piece of foam, 45 compression.
And this would be with a cushion that has a 1-inch band, because remember, the band difference between your foam has to be 1 inch.
Yes, exactly. So I'm glad you mentioned, or you heard us say, make the cover first. It's easier to make the cover first, but since you got new foam and a new cover, now you got some room to play around. So you got to decide, what foam do I want? How thick do I want the center of my cushion to be? So not just the band, but the center. How high do I want to be sitting up?
Right, because you're going to have that crown that goes beyond the band. So imagine you have a 1-inch band, right? But then the crown goes beyond it and it's a little bit taller than it. So if you don't want a really thick piece of foam in a cushion, you know, or a really thick cushion for your modern, mid-century modern Banquette, that could be a problem.
Right, because we're trying to deal with aesthetics and comfort.
Right.
So I kind of like 3-inch. Now to me, 3-inch is still kind of a thin cushion here. It's not too bad. Not that bad. 2 inches is pretty thin.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm thinking 3-inch. So I'm hoping even if your bench is, say, 17, you're still around 20.
Yeah.
Okay. Because you're got a little Dacron on there too. Don't forget that. Okay. Because you want to wrap it with the Dacron. We mentioned earlier in other videos the benefits of Dacron. It gives it that soft feel. It doesn't rub through the foam.
Gives it that look as well.
Gives it that loft, that crown. It doesn't rub through the fabric. So you're going to have some Dacron on there too. So when you buy your foam at 3 inches, it's actually going to be looking more like probably about 4.5.
Yeah.
But it's going to be squeezed in. It doesn't fight back much, meaning the Dacron or the poly wrap.
Yeah.
Okay. So I would go with, say, 3-inch. I like that. 26 density. Okay.
Which is standard. So if you went ahead
That's
and
what we sell.
That's what we sell in a sense of standard, right? So if you go to UC private courses, which we hope you do, if you go somplace else, that's perfectly fine, right?
Just get what you need.
Quality foam. It's the best that you can get. So 26 density what is it? You want 3-inch foam?
I think 3 inches nice.
We would suggest a 35 compression. Now that is considered medium firm.
Yep.
And the reason why is you don't have that much travel till you hit that board.
Yeah.
So you want it somewhat a little bit firmer so you don't just like slam down onto the wooden board.
Keep holding you up there. So that's what I would do. So recap, 18 to 21 inches is the standard finish height of a nice, comfortable seat. 18 to 21 inches. So figure out your platform and work in the cushion there. 3 inches is not that thick to me. Okay?
No, it's really not. And that's something that we would suggest for comfort, maybe not for aesthetics when it comes to a mid-century modern, but if you were to, let's say you just like don't want a thick piece of foam at all or a thick cushion at all, so you want to go with a 2-inch piece of foam.
That's fine.
You have a 1-inch band for your cushion cover, right? Now, if you're going to do that, I would suggest a compression of 45 at least because you don't have that much travel again until you hit that wood.
Yeah, do 45.
So do 45. Now we're going to move on to her back cushions.
Yeah, so we still got the issue of a finished size, okay? So the average finished size from front to back of a seat cushion is going to be 21 to 24. Okay.
Now that is including the depth, the thickness of your back cushion as well, because you want that finished again.
Yeah, exactly. So let's use this tape measure as an example, okay? So we're hoping that when you're finished, Pam, when the carpenter was finished with your Banquette, that they stopped it at 27. Okay, because with your mid-modern century furniture, we want it to be symmetrical. So the seat cushions match the back cushions. That usually looks the best anyhow.
Right.
Okay, or they can go a little less. They don't want to be thicker than the seat.
No.
It does not work.
No.
Okay, so 27, we're going to work with, say, 3 inches. So you're very happy with 3 inches.
For your seat cushion, so we want to do your back cushion the same. Right,
so you're comfortable with that. It feels great. The height's great. We're ready to move on to the backs. So hopefully we would have 27 inches of clearance, okay? A 3-inch piece of foam. You're going to have some Dacron, but that's okay. That doesn't count. Okay, so that's going to be 24 inches where it's going to end up at. So right backward to that comfortable zone where most people are comfortable from 21 to 24 inches in seating area.
Right, so we're at the high end with that. So let's say your carpenter did 24 inches instead,
still good,
not including the back cushion. So if you include your back cushion, that'd bring you down to 21 inches, which is still within that range.
That comfortable, hey, I like this, I'm going to hang out a little bit longer zone.
Exactly. Now that's really nice. Now the only thing is, let's just say, for example, your carpenter did it a little bit too deep.
Okay.
One solution that you could do is you could have your back cushion plus throw pillows. That's very,
throw pillows on.
That's very standard to do.
Or what if they did it too less?
Yeah, that's a great one.
Right, because we've seen them finish them sometimes around 16 to 17. I think that's kind of a standard dining room chair.
Yeah.
So, they could be in a dining area, I guess, so I can see why they're thinking that, but it's not as comfortable as it could be.
It's not. So if that happens, you could do throw pillows, but throw pillows tend to be a little bit thicker. So you probably just want to stick with your back cushions. If you are within the perfect 21 to 24 inch zone, and you don't want to have to do standard boxed back cushions, you can just do a bunch of throw pillows and throw them up there instead.
Yeah, that's an option. Okay. Now, on to the foam choice. Okay?
Yes, this is very important.
It is. It's kind of difficult to find a 26 density with a low compression.
Right.
Say 20. Like we like the 20 zone. It seems to be pretty good.
For back cushions.
For back cushions. So you would go with an 18 density, which is okay because it doesn't take that much abuse just leaning back on it.
Right. So we use 18 primarily and solely actually for back cushions because 18 density is available at a 20 compression, which is obviously less than a 26 compression that a 26 density foam goes in.
Yeah.
26
compression would be just too hard.
Yeah, it would be too hard. Long story short, the only downside is 18 density from us is only available in slabs, unfortunately. So that means uncut. We won't be cutting it for you. The reason why we did that is we didn't want to get people confused and they start ordering custom cut 18 density, which isn't the best. We want to offer the best for seat cushions only.
Yeah.
So with that, you can go ahead and cut it down. It's really simple. We have videos showing you how to cut it down, but you would want to get an 18 density, 20 compression slab for your back cushions.
Unless you could find a 26 somewhere.
Exactly.
Okay. So, Pam, we hope that is a slam. I had to throw it in there. I mean, think about it. Talk about
you really didn't have to, but
well,
that's okay.
I wanted to. I mean, you're right. I didn't have to. But
no, that's
it's
good.
fun. It made them laugh, didn't it?
It did, yeah. But I'm immature, so you know.
Yeah, you are. All right. So we hope that helped you out, Jill.
Definitely.
And, we appreciate the comments.
And now it's not Jill, it's Pam.
Pam, damn.
There's another one.
That's right.
So now we're going to move on to our contest.
Okay, so we're on to our contest. We're excited about this. You're
Definitely.
going to win, and it's very simple to do it. How are we going to do this?
All right, so we went ahead and weighed one of these.
I woke them up.
That's why I go, huh? No, we went ahead and weighed the twin of this chair. It's over there hanging right now on the scale, right? Now, obviously, you have a back cushion and a seat cushion. How much do you think this thing's going to weigh?
All right, give us your best guess. A, B, C, or D.
Right, exactly. Now, what can they win?
They're going to win these brand new, never used, unopened, cherry finished woven woods from Hunter Douglas.
Exactly.
The size is
37 and a half. I remembered it.
really 37 and a half by 66 and a half.
Now, if you're
That's
thinking...
pretty standard.
It is pretty standard. Now, if you're thinking like, wait a minute, that won't fit inside my window, don't worry, you can outside mount these things.
That's right. Comes with the hardware as well.
Don't kill
Yours
yourself
completely.
with that.
What? The value is over $700.
Right.
Okay, you're going to win this. These are yours. Shipped to where do you don't want to ship it?
Right. Unfortunately, we can only ship to the continental U.S., right? So unfortunately, those in like Alaska, you don't really need it anyway because it's always foggy there.
We've been there.
It's beautiful though, but very foggy. We won't be able to ship to you.
Nope, not Hawaii. Nope,
Yeah.
go enjoy your sunshine. You got to block it out.
That's right. I know, right? So go ahead and
These are
get
yours.
this if you are in the continental U.S. That's where we can ship.
A, B, C, or D. Pick it and it's yours. For next week, you'll be announced.
Yep. Excellent.
Thank you. We had a great time in this
Definitely.
episode. We hope you did, and we want you to win those window shades.
Yeah, so please put in your answers in the comment section below. That's the only way we can go ahead and give you guys these things.
A, B, C, or D.
Right, and it's no strings attached. Don't forget about that.
Not at
Also, too, please don't forget to leave your questions down in the comment section below because we love answering your questions. You guys got great ones.
Right. You can help us not only by telling a friend, giving us a thumbs up,
Yeah.
but please remember the affiliate that we had in the beginning, because that helps us keep on giving more things away.
Right, and if you guys want to get in on the next giveaway that we're going to be giving, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification so you get notified so you can be a part of our next No Strings Attached.
We'll see you then.
Oh, yeah.